Oh, this is going to be good.
And ladies and gentlemen, El Senor Eric Martin making his way to the ring here. Mr. Martin of CZW fame, quite a tough competitor to take on AJ Spectre for that Primero Championship belt that he so rudely stole from Mr. Tallin at the last event when Mandy bloody thrashed Tallin over the face with a mirror.
Wow, that's your opinion. I don't remember seeing that at all. I remember seeing AJ Spectre win that title fair and square.
That certainly was not the case. Mr. Spectre did not win that fair and square.
Well, I have maybe a different definition of fair.
Mandy's interference, Tallin was bloody furious. And ladies and gentlemen,
how could you be mad at Mandy? Even though it cost you a title.
Making his way to the ring now. The champion, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the champion. It's the champion, AJ Spectre, the Primero champion of Fighting Spirit Wrestling, making his way to the ring with Mandy.
If you can feel in the air, the level of excitement in this place just went up like 10 notches, just because Spectre and Mandy came out of that curtain.
Well, you've seen their social media, you've seen the videos they put out there.
Oh, those videos are fantastic. I watch them after midnight.
And Mr. Spectre will have his work cut out for him tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as he takes on Mr. Martin here, Mr. Eric Martin.
Texas, huh? Figures.
One of Mr. Steranko's favorite wrestlers in the promotion here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling is Mr. AJ Spectre.
One of the world's favorite wrestlers, I'd say.
Accompanied, of course, by Miss Mandy there, a mistress of misdirection. And who knows what trick she'll pull out of her purser tonight to distract Senor Eric Martin.
This upstart Senor Eric Martin stepping into FSW, thinking he can take that title from AJ Spectre after all the work they put in? I don't think so.
AJ Spectre surely put a lot of work in. There's no question about that.
Oh, look at this.
Mr. Spectre will tell you that he's undefeated. But Mr. Maximo clearly put an end to his undefeated streak there as both men lock up in the center of the ring here.
No, I would say that decision has been overturned, and AJ Spectre is officially undefeated since he's got that title.
Well,
and he deserves to be this cocky.
That's revisionist history there, Mr. Steranko. Clearly, Mr. Spectre getting worked in the corner here, and he'll jump outside of the ring. And Mr. Martin.
This upstart thinks he can come from Texas University or wherever college he's from, and come in here and try to embarrass Staten Island's own AJ Spectre. Not gonna happen.
And Mr. Spectre steps back between the ropes. And both men looking to square off again in the center of the ring. And they lock up here. And the fans are not too fond of Mr. Spectre at this point.
That's their problem. Ricky Martin can jump around the ring really well. Oh, I mean Eric. Sorry.
Eric Martin trying to take control of this match here. A firm headlock on the champion at this point in the match.
is a decent headlock. I'll give him that.
And a massive shoulder block there to the champion as he goes down on his back onto the mat there. Attempted the arm drag. Mr. Martin reverses and has his own in stall for Mr. Spectre. And AJ Spectre felt that, ladies and gentlemen.
Eric Martin seems to be displaying some capital wrestling ability. I just don't like his attitude.
And Mr. Martin slipping outside the bottom rope there. And he'll having a go here. Who wants to have a go at Mr. Spectre? Mr. Spectre running around the ring. And shades of Macho Man Randy Savage there. Mrs. Elizabeth as Mr. Spectre using Monday to misdirect his opponent.
I think he was trying to protect her. That's what happened.
And AJ Spectre with a smooch there for Monday. AJ Spectre back in control of the match. The champion.
That's why he's a champion, Wesley.
His attempt at a pinfall, only a 1 count there.
You do what you have to do to keep your belt.
And Mr. Spectre there.
Spectre asking the ref to talk to Eric Martin in Spanish.
And Mr. Spectre clearly some offensive words here for the crowd, for the referee, as he misses a clothesline and a big elbow, bloody mashed him there.
Didn't miss that.
Another attempt at pinfall, only a 2 count, as Senor Eric Martin not having it at this point in the match. He's not ready to be pinned. And AJ Spectre will work him in the corner. Got that knee up against him there.
Mandy giving some good luck to Senor Eric Martin there.
And Mandy doing her job, which is to misdirect. Mr. Martin was misdirected. And AJ Spectre plays magician there as he makes Mr. Martin pay. And at this point, you're seeing what the reason is that Mr. Spectre is a champion.
Solid work from the Primero champion.
You can't take it away from AJ Spectre. He's quite a good worker there. He's in the center of the ring. Got control of the match again here. As Senor Eric Martin works out of that hold there. And like a double cross
body there. Both men.
Unbelievable.
Eric Martin, he is very resilient. He's quite the competitor.
Both men trying to utilize the same maneuver. And Mr. Spectre would probably say, well, great minds think alike, but Mr. Martin does not have a great mind, because Mr. Spectre quite cocky, quite arrogant, as he punches Mr. Martin in the face. And Mr. Martin comes back with a right hand there, and a big slap to the face, and they're going at it.
Tooth and nail.
Like Otero Gotti and Mickey Ward in the center of the ring, and now Mr. Martin with a barrage of punches. A reversal. It looks like Mr. Spectre was attempting a double axe handle there. But other plans by Senor Eric Martin.
High knee. Taking AJ down.
All play spin here.
It's not looking good for the champion.
And Mr. Martin with an attempt at a pinfall here.
Look at the experience and the ring knowledge of AJ Spectre.
Well, AJ Spectre doing what any wrestler would do in that position, is trying to get his foot up against the rope there.
Yep. Almost a 3 count.
Misses the clothesline there, and a massive clothesline there.
That one turned Spectre inside out. Gonna have to do a lot more than that to take out the champ.
Absolutely, not an easy task. But Mr. Spectre does have his work cut out for him here.
Woo! Lovely backstabber.
And it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. AJ Spectre retains the Primero Championship here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling.
Did you think anything different was going to happen, Bolls?
Well, I was not sure what would happen.
How can you lose with a woman like Mandy behind you?
And Mr. AJ Spectre, the current reigning defending Primero champion of Fighting Spear Wrestling, grabs the gold from the referee, displays it in the ring to the behest of the crowd here. Not many fans of AJ Spectre. You might have one or two in here.
Three.
But he's thoroughly hated in Fighting Spear Wrestling.